Hello everyone. Here are new ransomware report for 2025. We publish this report every year, and this is our third edition. And this year we will talk about the ransomware wars going on in the ransomware cybercrime ecosystem and how it is threatening the third-party cyber ecosystem. It's a report, again, published by Black Kite Research and Intelligence team, Bright team, and we have very exciting, stats to show. Unfortunately, ransomware is still a thing in 2025. Ransomware has been an issue for many years, but it doesn't go away. And in fact, we are seeing some, troubling things going on. There are so many other ransomware reports out there. Some ransomware reports are based on surveys. Ours is not based on a survey. Ours is based on the victims, the actual incidents of ransomware. And we are going to talk about the victims and the profiles. And the other thing is that there are some ransomware reports out there today. They talk about the ransom payments are going down, but the ransomware incidents are not just about the ransom payments. There are more going on over there, especially on the disruption on the supply chain. We are going to talk about that as well. So let's dive in. Now, this report will show you some stats. I will go through these key findings throughout the report. But the first thing that I will say that the increase year over year. So there is a 24% increase year over year when we compare this report. When we do this, the analysis, the time frame that we always take is April 1st of previous year and March 31st of this year. So this report is from April 1, 2024 to March 31st of 2025. And now we analyzed more than 6,000 ransomware victims when we do this report. Of course, we analyze non-victims as well to give you a comparison. But there are different things going on than last year. So it's not the repetition of last year. We start to see some dynamicity in the ransomware cybercrime business ecosystem. There are so many new players joining in, and that creates the stabilization of the ransomware ecosystem. So let's move on. The very first thing that we are going to talk about, which is the number of victims. As I said, it is over 6,000, and there's a 24% increase. And we also start to see the number of ransomware groups, active ransomware groups, are increasing as well. Right now, we have almost 100 active ransomware groups, meaning that they publish at least one victim in the last 12 months. This number was 61 last year. Before that, it was around 40. So every year we start to see new ransomware groups. And I'm going to talk about why we have these new ransomware groups joining to the ransomware ecosystem. The one thing that struck us is that these new major groups like LockBit or AlphV, they either exited the system or they lost their power. LockBit is a very good example. They were the dominant player. They were working with hundreds of affiliates, but now they went down so much that the number of victims they publish per month is around 10. It was around more than 200 last year. And since they lost power because of very successful operation by the law enforcement agencies like the Operation Kronos, now their affiliates, they either moved to other groups or they started their own ransomware business. And I will talk about how easy to start a ransomware business these days. And we will see, because of this power vacuum, there are so many players. They start to fill that vacuum and try to be the dominant player. So far, none succeeded. The number one player changed every month. And we will show some statistics around them as well. From 2023 to 2024, the increase was 81%, right? That was too much because these large players, they were able to attack more victims. They had the resources to do mass exploitation of certain vulnerabilities and so on and so forth. This year, there is still an increase, not as much as the last year, but the ransomware is not going anywhere. Even though these major players, they exited the system or they lost their power, and we have more than 6,000 ransomware victims published by these ransomware groups. And we, monitor all these groups. You see some of these here. Every month we are looking at their dark web blog, their Telegram channels, whatever resources that they use to shame their victims, to publish their victims. And of course, we also check if they are telling the truth, if there are other resources, contradicting with what they say, because we see that some groups, they try to take credit for the victims of other ransomware groups. So we are taking those things into consideration. And every month we are looking at these victims. And you can see that, for instance, LockBit, they published more than 180 victims in May. It is way before they lost their power. That was their last breath. Whatever they have in their chest, they just published at once. And that was the last time we see LockBit published these many victims. But we see other groups, they are getting more and more power, like Ransom Hub you see here. They sort of like changed the business model in the ransomware cybersecurity, crime ecosystem. What they did is that they start to offer 90% commission to their affiliates. This commission ratio, it started like 30%, 40% many years ago. Last year we have seen 60%, 70% commissions. But Ransom Hub probably is the first ransomware group offered 90% commission. And they also changed the business model a little bit more, saying that, hey, you will get the payment first and I will get the 10% cut. It was the reverse before Ransom Hub changed the business model. Usually the ransomware operator, they got the money and they provide the commission to their affiliates. So all these changes impacting this ransomware cybercrime ecosystem.